It is Mikey with another video. We are gonna talk some NBA today. Just going right past football. We're not even gonna talk about it. So, yeah. We're gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna do my current top 10 favorite NBA players. And also some of the top players that I think are in the NBA as well. So we'll just go with number one, and we're gonna start with my favorite players. So starting off at number one, we have LeBron James. LeBron was drafted in 2003, which I was 3 years old at the time, and he is still playing in the NBA, and I am 25 or about to be 25. So that just should give you some perspective if you haven't been keeping up with LeBron James or don't know anything about him, which would be pretty crazy. Yeah, he's insane. And not only is he still playing in the NBA, but he's playing at a high level. He's still a really good basketball player. So, LeBron James, number one. Jason Tatum, number two. He went to Duke. He's on the Celtics. My favorite college basketball team. My favorite NBA team. And he's a light skin. And he's playing really good this season as well. So, Jason Tatum, number two. Kyrie Irving is sitting at number three. Also went to Duke. He played for the Celtics for a couple years, but it didn't really turn out that well. He then went to the Nets, and then he went to Dallas, and they just went to the finals last season. So shout out Kyrie. Yeah, he's still a baller, and I really like Kyrie. This is showing a little bit of my bias, but number four, we have Jaylen Brown. I'm going to be honest, it was hard for me not to put a lot of Celtics on here, but that's the last Celtics that I have on here. Jaylen Brown, number four. It's kind of weird. I used to not like him on our team just because he was a redundant player. We already had Jason Tatum, who was better, and he was pretty much doing the same things that Jason Tatum did, but just at a lower level. But he has proven me wrong. He is actually playing really good, and it's not just that our team is stacked, which that helps obviously, but my cat is whining, I don't know why. But yeah, he is a really, really good player. And then already at number 5, we have Wemby. This guy is insane. He is 7'3", from France. He's in his second year in the NBA, and he's already leading the league in blocks. I think he's averaging over 3 a game, and the next person is probably averaging under 2. I mean, he is a freak. He is really, really good. And then sitting at number 6, we have Jokic, Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets center. I actually live close to Denver. He's just fun to watch, man. You don't know how he does it, but he does it. I mean, he's a big guy. He looks overweight. He looks very unathletic, but he just takes his time. He's very skilled. He can shoot. He can pass. He's actually a decent defender. He's not a liability at all. yeah, I like Nikola Jokic, number 6. And then sitting at number 7, I don't know what this dude is doing right now, but Anthony Edwards, sitting at number 7. Excuse me. He is really good, has a lot of talent. His mentality when he's on the court is very killer. I hope he doesn't turn into a Ja situation. And it's nothing like Ja, his situation, obviously, but it's like, really, dude? Come on. Let's get it back focused. Come on. PR. And sitting at number 8, Jalen Brunson. Villanova played for the Mavericks with Luka. They went to the Western Conference Finals together. And then he went to the Knicks in free agency. He is really, really good. He is undersized, but man, he is a baller. He's a hooper. Fun to watch. He's left-handed, so it's always fun watching a left-handed because you don't see that very often. And when they're really good, it's just kind of pops off the screen. Jalen Brunson I really, really like, even though he's on the Knicks and I'm a Celtics fan. We actually have been playing the Knicks pretty good, though, this year, so I like that. And then at number 9, this is just really more out of respect. I don't even know how much I like him, but Steph Curry, number 9. Greatest shooter of all time. He is top 3 influencer of the game of basketball in the NBA of all time. Undersized, but man, he is really good. He's elite, and he's gonna be remembered for sure. I don't know if he's gonna be on the basketball like Mount Rushmore, but he's on the short list of people that can qualify for it at least. So, and then sitting at number 10, and this is really more because he hasn't played, but Lonzo Ball. He was a year older than me, or a couple years older than me maybe, but I remember in high school when he went to UCLA, it was just a really big thing. And even kind of when he was in Chino Hills with his brothers, and his dad was just, yeah, I like their family. I like the Ball family. Bring back the documentary on Facebook, and screw the guy that stole money from them. That's wild. They have a wild life, man. Jello Ball's doing wild stuff. LaMelo, but yeah, Lonzo, I like Lonzo. I like his game, his personality, seems like a pretty cool dude. Shout out Lonzo Ball. And then we're going to go to my top players in the NBA. So we'll go with number 1, Nikola Jokic. We have never seen anything like that. A guy who's legitimately 7 foot, the best passer on his team. I wouldn't say the best shooter, but he's not a bad shooter. Jamal, Michael, Porter, and then probably Jokic, and the Nuggets are a pretty good shooting team. He is definitely a top 3 shooting big man in the NBA, so shout out Nikola Jokic. He is really, really good. Luka, I have number 2. I don't know how Dallas traded him. And not only did they trade him, but they kicked out a fan that said, "Fire Nico Harrison," I think his name is. Something like that. What are they doing as a franchise? This is embarrassing. Mark Cuban doesn't own them anymore. Shout out Mark. Good for you. You would have never done that, but yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Luka used to play on the Dallas Mavericks, and they traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and 29 first round pick from the Lakers. He just took the Mavs to the finals last year. Unbelievable. Giannis, number 3, Greek Freak. He, similar to Jokic, you just didn't see anything like that before. He is another 7-footer. He can't shoot like Jokic or pass. He doesn't have the skill set necessarily as Jokic, but his athleticism is insane. He kind of is wiltish, where it's just, he's a freak athlete, and he's decently skilled. Like I said, not as skilled as Jokic, not even close, but still pretty good. And then sitting at number 4, sorry, Jason Tatum. I would have had him at in the top 10 last year, but definitely not the top 5. But this year, like I said, he is playing really good. He's showing that dog mentality. Sorry, I can't speak. Killer mentality. He's just, I love it. I love what I'm seeing this year, and I hope he continues it all playoff and wins us another trophy and gets the Finals MVP this season. And then number 5, people are really going to disagree with this and call me biased, dick riding, fuck you. It's LeBron. I know what I'm seeing, man. He's number 5. Now, granted, he's 40 years old, so if you were an NBA GM, you wouldn't take him number 5. But just for a season, just for one season, go win a championship for this season. Come on. His IQ is above everyone else besides maybe Chris Paul, but he's still 100 times better than him. And this trade, I know they talk about it a lot on sports talk shows, but I really like the takes where they say Luka is going to take over the offense and let LeBron just be a true power forward and conserve his energy. Lakers are dangerous, man. They're a legit threat. So, and it's because of, or LeBron is a huge factor why. So, sitting at number 6, and I really cannot stand this team, but I have to give him credit, is Shea. Shea is, I don't really like his game. I don't like the Thunder at all, but 44-10, tied with the Cavs for the best league in the NBA, and he's their best player. So, and leading into that, we're just going to go into number 7, Donovan Mitchell. Cleveland, like I said, are tied with Thunder with the best record in the NBA. They're both sitting at 44-10. He's their best player. He's really good. I like Donovan Mitchell, actually. He's a hooper. Number 8. People might not like this either. Wemby. Now, I know the Spurs' record is pretty awful, but people arguing for like Joel Embiid, but why not Wemby? He can pretty much do everything that Joel can, but he plays more. And that's it. I think there's a gap after that, after Wemby. So I only have top 8 players and then a gap. There's a lot of guys that can vie, I think, for that number 9. Kevin Durant, maybe. Let me look at some NBA teams because I can't think off the top of my head. Steph Curry. Yeah, I'm going to have to take Steph Curry. I'm sorry, off of my number 9 list. I don't know how I forgot, but it's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's at number 9. And, yeah. Don't ask me how he jumped over Lonzo Ball, but he did. Kevin Durant's at number 9. I just have a lot of respect for Steph Curry. I respect Steph Curry more than Kevin Durant, but I like Kevin Durant more as a basketball player than I do Steph Curry. Sorry. Go Celtics, always.